So this painting, for example, it's done on crackle paste, and you can see that her face is really the background. And what I did is just I've added some shading here, dark places here and here, and light that I've added is actually gold. So I was using the colors of the background. If I had this tone in the background and it was in her face, I used it or left it here. So there wasn't much to do because I left most of what was underneath. So what made it is the eyes that pop out, and I did the lips and brought out the nose a little bit with the shadings next to it. Okay, let's move to the next one. This one is the first one ever I've done with fluid acrylics, and I've started with the background, and you see, and I really liked what was happening in her face, so I only gave her skin tone on the bottom part of the face and here a little bit, so the neck will be connected to the face and won't look strange. I've added the skin tone here, and I didn't even do shading or anything. I think I've just added some highlights here and highlights on the nose here, and here a teeny dot of light. So the eyes are making it, and the lips, they're popping out. And the hair, the way I did it here, I was just putting paint and letting it drip. And this is how she received her hair. And above her, there's this one that also I left these colors from the background. This is from the background. Here I've added some shade. And basically I've only added the light places, like here, and left and some shadings. And this is from the background. Background is blue, and maybe I've added a little bit of shading. And you will see all of it in the videos, how I'm doing it on the painting. Under her, there is this painting, and here I've used basic skin tone. So it's just going over the face, the background actually, with a thin layer, transparent layer of ochre and white, which you will see on the videos of week on this Friday actually. So basically adding shadows here. And you can see I'm using different colors. In the video that I will show you the basic shading, I'm doing it with just one color. So this is more like the basic skin, and you will get this video as well. So here I have a lot of the background. I had a lot of stencils here on the background, and at the beginning I left his face with all the stencil, but then she was done. She was given a skin tone, so I had to give him, but I left a lot of the background. I left it here and here, and just gave him some shadows where I think this is the background. I gave him a lot of light, mostly in the face. This painting, I really love the background. So I've actually left a lot of the background here. This is the background, and actually instead of doing the skin tone, I covered this space and I made it more quiet, but still it's transparent. You can see all these red dots here from the background, and you can also see the glass beads and the glass beads on the face. So I've left a lot of the background. I've added just a transparent layer of teal here, and white here, here, here. You will see it in week 3. Same here, I have a lot of the background. I didn't touch the nose at all. I didn't touch it much at all, the lips. I didn't do any lip color, just here. And also added some teal here and some light and white and the light, basically just pull the light out of the face and it gave it like a three-dimensional look. But I really love to keep the background like this. It's more abstract and more wild. But not every paintings are alike. Like she received skin tone, and just want you to see she's painting over, I mean, I really love the texture she's painted on. So she has stencils. There were stencils in the background that were covered and with paint, and some are coming back. And then there's stencils I did after she was more painted. I've added stencils, so there's stencils in the background, like here, and new stencils I've added later on her. And this painting that you have in the, she's a bit too high. This painting was all just stencils and stencils and background, and a lot of the stencils stayed in her face, for example. It's the stencils below. So I gave her some skin tone here and left part with the stencils. And you can see some of the stencils on her forehead were there before, and then later on I've added these. Basically, I've worked with transparent layers on her face, and you will see all of this in the videos from Friday. And here's that one as well. This was all stencils and background. And then I found the face, and I've just lightly touched it, really mostly where the light is, and gave it some shadow, so just a little bit here and there, but mostly it's the background. And the background I've kind of muted and went over the stencils and painted it another color, different color, to bring the face out. So sometimes I will use a lighter color than the face, or like a worm next to a coal to bring something out. See, this guy is very stenciled, crazily stenciled, heavily stenciled. And I wanted to show you this one. Let's put her in the light. But sometimes it's just very simple. I mean, sometimes I don't need like real features if I want to keep it loose and I don't want to get into all the eyes and everything and colors. So it's very intuitively painted, and it's all glass beads. This painting is mostly on glass beads. I don't remember what there was there before. Maybe some molding paste or crackle paste, and on it I've added a lot of glass beads. So simple can be beautiful as well. It doesn't have to be realistic. This one is also painted on crackle paste, and here it's also more loose. It's not like a basic skin tone, it's many colors, just playing really. So trying this, trying that, playing without thinking too much.